All right, welcome. Today we're going to crack open the writer's toolkit and look at one of the most powerful skills you can possibly master, sentence structure. We're about to see how just the way you build a sentence can completely transform its impact.
You know that feeling when you're reading something and it just pulls you right in? The words just flow, every point lands with this incredible force, and all the ideas are just crystal clear. So what's the secret sauce? How do they do that?
Well, it's not some kind of magic trick. It's a skill, and it's built on the absolute foundation of our language, sentence structure. So today, we're going to break down those building blocks so you can start making your own writing way more powerful.
Okay, so like any good building, every great sentence needs a solid foundation. And for us, that starts with two key pieces, the subject and the verb.
So check this out. For any string of words to actually count as a full sentence, it's got to have these two parts. First, the subject. That's the who or the what of the sentence. And second, the verb. That's the action, what the subject is doing or being. If you're missing one of them, you've just got a fragment, not a complete thought.
Super simple example here. She, that's her subject, was tired, that's our verb. Boom, complete sentence.
Or how about this one? Subject, he. Verb, reads. Done. Another complete thought. Last one, just to lock it in. Subject, the sun. Verb, rises. See? It's that simple. And once you've got this foundation down, you can start to really build. So let's grab our first tool from the toolkit, the simple sentence.
All right, tool number one, the simple sentence. Now don't let that name simple fool you. This thing packs a serious punch, and it's all about clarity.
So what is it? It's basically just that foundation we talked about. One subject, one verb. That's it. It creates one single, complete thought. Think of it like a laser beam. It goes straight from point A to point B. No detours.
So when's the best time to pull this tool out? Well, anytime you need to be crystal clear. You're stating a hard fact? Use a simple sentence. Giving an order? Simple sentence. Want an idea to really land with some oomph? You got it. It's direct, it's confident, and man, is it effective. Okay, so we've got our basic building block down. Now what happens when we want to connect two of them together? Well, that's where our next tool comes in handy, the compound sentence. This is all about creating balance and flow.
The magic ingredient here, the glue that lets you stick two simple sentences together, is something called a coordinating conjunction, and there's a super easy way to remember the main ones. Just think of the word FANBOYS. These 7 little words are your keys to linking two complete ideas into one.
Just look at the difference this makes. On one side, you have two separate thoughts. She was tired. She finished her homework. I mean, they're okay, but they feel a little choppy, right? Disconnected. But now look what happens when we use one of our fanboys, like but. She was tired, but she finished her homework. Ah, so much smoother. The sentence now connects those two ideas and shows you how they relate.
And that feeling of connection is exactly why you use a compound sentence. It's not just about making your sentences longer for the sake of it. No, it's about creating a really nice, balanced rhythm and showing your reader how two equal ideas, fit together. All right, let's level up. Time for the most sophisticated tool in the box, the complex sentence. If you want to add those rich, juicy layers of detail and context to your writing, this is the one you need.
So how do we build one? Well, we use a totally different set of connecting words. These are called subordinating conjunctions, and you can remember a bunch of them with the acronym AWHITEBUS. What these words do is pretty cool. They signal that one part of the sentence is kind of leaning on the other part for support. It's not an equal relationship anymore. One part is just there to add extra info.
Take a look at this. Notice how the whole relationship changes? She finished her homework. That's still our main idea, our core thought. But that first bit, although she was tired, well, that's what we call a dependent clause. It can't stand up on its own as a sentence, right? Its whole job is to add some context, in this case some contrast, to that main point.
And really, that's the superpower of the complex sentence. It lets you explain the why, the when, or the how of what's going on. It's how you add that delicious depth and nuance that makes your writing feel so much more sophisticated, so much more informative.
Okay, let's do a quick recap. We've got our 3 main tools now: simple, compound, and complex. Let's line them all up side by side and just watch how an idea can completely transform as we move from one to the next.
So, we start with our simple, punchy fact. She was tired. Clear, direct.
Then we use our compound structure to add a second, equal idea and create some balance. But she finished her homework. And finally, we bring in the complex sentence to add that layer of nuance and really explain the relationship. Although she was tired, she finished her homework. See that? Each step adds a whole new layer of meaning.
So let's put it all together. The real secret to powerful writing isn't about picking one of these and sticking with it. No way. The secret is learning how to mix them. You use the simple sentence for that punchy clarity. You use the compound sentence to create balance and flow, and you use the complex sentence when you need that rich detail. Mastering that mix, that's what takes your writing from just good to truly great.
So, there you have it. You've got the tools. You understand the foundation, and you know how to build sentences that have clarity, balance, and detail. The only question left is a big one. What are you going to build with them?